Shipyard Brewing Company is a family-owned brewery rooted in tradition and brimming with innovation. Shipyard's award-winning beer is carefully handcrafted, a team of talented brewers who learned the fine art of brewing from world-renowned master brewer, the legendary Alan Pugsley. Each year, Shipyard serves up more than 20 varieties of award-winning handcrafted beer. It's called the Treasure Coast. Located on Florida's southeast coast, the name refers to the tons of treasure left at the ocean's floor by ships sinking in storms for centuries. The area offers visitors year-round excitement with an easy reach of smooth sand beaches and some of the nation's most exciting waterways. Tonight, Dirty Water TV, along with Shipyard Brewing Company, takes you to Florida's Treasure Coast for a night of fashionable restaurants and their exciting bar scene. Dirty Water TV is next.
Dirty Water TV, Dirty Water TV, Dirty Water TV, all over Boston you'll see Dirty Water TV, wherever you want to be. Dirty Water, Boston, you're my
It's going worldwide. Dirty Water.
I love that Dirty Water TV.
Love that Dirty Water TV.
I love that Dirty Water.
Dirty Water TV, Dirty Water, Boston, you're my scene.
I love that Dirty Water TV. I really do.
The best.
Welcome to Dirty Water TV. We're on the road again, this time taking you to the Treasure Coast on Florida's southeast shoreline. This part of Florida is truly spectacular, and we'll be bringing you all the beauty to you over the next 30 minutes. And it's all brought to you by our good friends at Shipyard Brewing. I'm Julia Scaparrotti, and I'm sitting with a man who needs no introduction. He makes fish happen, Matt Asen, co-owner and restaurateur of the Prawn Broker restaurant group.
Well, thank you, Julia. Yeah, we have 5 restaurants here on the east coast of Florida. We're starting on the waterfront at Shrimper's Grill and Raw Bar, where you can come by car or by boat. And later on, we'll be going out to the Palm City Grill just off the Turnpike in Palm City. We'll go downtown Stewart to the Black Marlin. We'll go to Sewell's Point to go visit the Prawn Broker, our first restaurant over here. And then we'll be at the Magic Oyster, the newest restaurant in our group.
I'm excited to check them all out, but first, let's take a peek inside of Shrimper's. Located in Port Salerno, Shrimper's Grill and Raw Bar is a true Floridian restaurant. With open-air tropical breezes along the Manatee Pocket Waterway, Shrimper's is a great place to sip ice-cold Shipyard brew while watching the boats cruise by. I see on your tap you have Shipyard Island Time. Do you sell a lot of that here?
A lot of that. It's an excellent beer. Everybody's, is happy about it and everything.
It's probably the best place on the Treasure Coast. Food, drinks, beer is fantastic, especially Shipyard.
Their menu specializes in the freshest seafood, which includes crunchy grouper Reuben and their award-winning coconut shrimp.
I see 6 of you here, and I have 6 of our famous coconut shrimp, so you each get 1 shrimp. How's that sound? Fantastic. Say it with shrimp. Congratulations, everybody. Is that as good as it? It's sweet and better than it looks.
Joining us now is Joe, one of the chefs here at Shrimper's. Joe, tell me a little bit about the food here.
Well, the food, it's all home cooked. It's fresh catch out the ocean. Everything made from scratch, from the dressings down to the sauces. Everything put in with love, so everything comes out great.
What's one of your top sellers?
Top sellers would be the cracked conch. That'd be the first thing I'd recommend to somebody.
Sissy and Lindsay told me they love conch. Sissy's having the conch fritters. So what do we have here, Chef?
Cracked conch fillet from the Bahamas with the green haircut birch topped with fried onions. We have a lobster cream sauce.
I can already tell it's tender.
She said she can already tell it's tender because it broke apart.
Very tender, very flavorful.
There's a lively happy hour Monday through Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. where you can kick back with the Shipyard while listening to the area's best live music.
A great place for me and my family, my children, my grandchildren. This is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful establishment and a great restaurant.
Shrimper's was voted the #1 waterfront seafood restaurant by the Stewart News. Plan a day and escape to paradise at Shrimper's. Joining us now is Paul, who's been with Shrimper's for over 25 years. How did Shrimpers become this great atmosphere? How did it all begin?
Well, we just 25 years ago we opened up and just celebrated our anniversary back in June. And we wanted to create an atmosphere that made you feel like you're in the islands. We want people to kick back, relax, listen to the music. And again, we're bringing the islands to the shore. So whenever you can jump in a boat, take a car, and relax.
Well, I've been keep on smelling all this great food that's coming by. Can you tell me a little bit about the dishes here?
Well, I'll tell you what, our number one selling item is our Crunchy Grouper sandwich. Guy Ferrari would be happy to see it. Last March, we sold over 5,000 in 1 month, so it's definitely a popular item.
The Crunchy Grouper, as Paul said, is famous in all our restaurants, and they sell more of it here than any place else, and that's a lot of Crunchy Grouper.
And we just had the Port Salerno Seafood Fest less than a week ago. We're the number one dish with our famous coconut shrimp with a nice raspberry horseradish sauce with it.
I hear you guys have some oysters.
My favorite food.
Yeah.
And we have local oysters here, and have our partner, Ed Schilling, who is bringing some oysters for us to try. Here you go, Julia, Paul. We eat our oysters naked here, meaning we don't put any sauce on them. So cheers.
Cheers.
Here's.
They're good.
And I'm the lucky one, because there's no better way than to wash down an oyster than with the Sea Dog. Oh, that was good.
There you have it.
And here at Shrimpers, we just serve the Florida Apalachicola oysters, which are wonderful, especially this time of year. And for people who like different kind of oysters from the West Coast or from the North, at the Magic Oyster, we have a larger variety, and we'll talk more about oysters then.
Well, all this talk about oysters, I want to eat some more. So let's head
go
over.
to the Magic Oyster.
All right,
Sounds like a plan.
Okay. Well, Julia, as promised, here we are at the Magic Oyster. Let's say we go inside and see what the magic's all about.
All right. The world is your oyster, and what better place to discover the world's pleasures than at the Magic Oyster Bar and Seafood Grill. Located on Hutchinson Island in Jensen Beach, Florida, is the newest link in the Prawn Broker's restaurant group of South Florida seafood restaurants. The Magic Oyster opened in the summer of 2015 and has tantalized the taste buds of oyster lovers with their variety selection of the best oysters world over. So we're looking at an ABC of oysters. Can you explain to me what's going on over here?
Well, about 7 years ago, I started collecting the different oysters that I've been eating because of the pretty shells. And when I got up to 500, I figured I'd quit. But of course, I couldn't quit. And some of the shells, like this case here, this is an ABC. I have an oyster starting from Apalachicola, Bellone, ABC, all the way through a Zeus Plat, which is from Holland. And as we said, the collection is almost 700. We got 3 oysters at the Magic Oyster. I'm going to eat later. I'm going to have the world record 700th oysters eaten here at the Magic Oyster. That's what's magic about it.
All right, Matt, are you up for the challenge?
You bet I am.
Their colorful and casual atmosphere is inspired from island living. It's the perfect place to unwind with friends while enjoying an ice-cold Shipyard brew.
The customers here at the Magic Oyster love their Shipyard beer. As a New Englander myself, we have a very large clientele from New England here. A lot of Bostonians, a lot of Cape Codders, and they all come in specifically because we have Shipyard Ale.
I'm from Long Island, Bayport, which is right next door to Blue Point.
And there's a Blue Point Ale. Do you ever drink that?
Blue Point makes a wonderful IPA.
But what are you drinking now?
This is a Shipyard IPA, and I think it's better.
Stop by, have a pint of Shipyard, and get shucked up. Now joining us now is Justin, the executive chef here at the Magic Oyster. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
And Justin, there's more magic than oysters at the Magic Oyster. So why don't you tell us about what you have created here for us?
Well, here we have the ahi tuna with a seaweed salad. We have the tuna nachos, and we have our famous crab bombs.
Crab bombs, they're not very big, but I guess they explode in your mouth with flavor, don't they?
They do.
All right, Justin, I love ahi tuna, so I'm going to dig into this. What's underneath here?
It's called an Asian coleslaw. It's got some noodles in there. It's got some almonds.
And what's the sauce on there?
It's a wasabi mayo.
Wasabi mayo? Oh, look at that.
Mayo.
And what's in the crab bombs?
A little bit of spices and Ritz crackers, mostly Maryland blue crab.
Maryland blue crab.
All crab.
Is it as sweet as it looks?
That is bomb, no pun intended.
These crab bombs are really magnets because they attracted this beautiful woman over to our table where she is photobombing our shoot.
Tell us what you think.
Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful.
Up next, we'll spotlight Florida's beautiful Treasure Coast. And later, we'll see if Matt Asen can make oyster history. That's when Dirty Water TV, presented by Shipyard Brewing, returns.
Hi, I'm Higgs, so call me, get tickets, and be part of the action.
Welcome back to Dirty Water TV. I'm Julia Scaparrotti with Matt Asen, and we're on our third stop on the East Coast Florida tour, brought to you by Shipyard Brewing.
Yeah, we've just come across the bridge from Hutchinson Island over the beautiful St. Lucie River to downtown Stewart. We're at the quaint and cozy Black Marlin, a cute little place that I love, right across from the old Lyric Theater.
All right, well, let's take a look at the historic downtown Stewart area.
Welcome to Marlin County.
It is the warmest, friendliest community. The restaurants, the nightlife, the beaches, the entertainment, the culture of the town is just absolutely amazing. I've been here a year and a half and I have fallen madly in love with it, and I'm not going any further. I love it. I work at the Stewart Martin County Chamber of Commerce as the events coordinator. Fabulous to live here.
Is there something special about Stewart that separates it from other towns in Florida?
Well, you know, although it has a larger population, it feels like a small town because everybody groups together for common causes. It's amazing how everyone's supportive of one another, and I love how warming and welcoming it is. There are a lot of Northerners like us that smartened up and, you know, ended up here, but there's a lot of people that are born and raised here, and they just welcome everyone with open arms. It's just a phenomenal place for business. The businesses are thriving, the area is growing, and the Treasure Coast is the place to be.
You know, downtown Stewart really is beautiful, and I love this location here at the Black Marlin. Can you tell me a little bit more about this restaurant?
You bet. The Black Marlin is located at the original site of Martin County's first liquor license. Needless to say, we made some changes, but the exposed brick wall behind the bar is still there, and it's a favorite of locals to have cocktails or wine before or after the theater, or just to settle down with a great dinner.
Let's dive in. Located at the former site of the oldest tavern in Stewart, Florida, the Black Marlin Bar and Seafood Grill has established itself as one of the South Florida's favorite dining and drinking establishments. The exposed brick walls and cozy wooden booths bring a warmth to this intimate restaurant.
The food is awesome here. If you don't eat here, you don't know where you're eating in Stewart.
The Black Marlin offers nightly dinner and appetizer specials.
It's a lot of local fresh fish. And we got a great seafood, you know, New England seafood that brings us all the beautiful stuff from right in the area.
And what's your favorite dish?
Anything I do on special, because I like to change it up and do something different every week. So I mean, I think I like the halibut this week, the lambs. The yellowtail snapper is probably the best seller we have here.
Can you tell me how you prepare your lamb chops?
I just pan seared them. I did a little rosemary and a little salt and pepper, just pan sear them, and I made a simple cab demi. Just let the lamb, you know, sell itself.
What about the herb crusted halibut?
That is, you know, that I have a bunch of mixtures, a little dill, a little mint, a little basil, and again, that's pan seared. And then I made a nice tomato and kale and fennel chutney.
The Black Marlin has ice cold Shipyard beer, so stop by for dinner and a pint.
One of our best beers is the Shipyard Island Time IPA. Really good IPA, mellow, not too hoppy, not too bitter. Everybody loves IPAs right now. It's hard to find one that actually fits in, that is not too bitter or not too crazy. This one fits in really nice. It's a good, especially for Florida, in the sunshine and the heat, it's a great IPA.
No, I really liked that herb crusted halibut at the Black Marlin. It was really good. Where are we going next?
Well, we're going out west to the Palm City Grill, located in Palm City. It's the locals' cheers of the Treasure Coast. where you can get anything from a hamburger to king crab legs.
All right, I'm excited to eat some more.
We wanted to get more of a kind of a New England pub type thing here.
The Palm City Grill has been serving South Florida for over 2 decades with the finest in hand-cut meats and fresh seafood.
It's more of a neighborhood type place. We get the same week, this bar fills up every night, and people they'll come more than once a week. They'll come for, a sandwich, salad on Monday night, and they'll come back for a nice snapper dinner or a grouper dinner on Saturday or, Friday night. We're just a neighborhood restaurant that people like to come to.
Whether it's lighter fare or a full dinner, the Palm City Grill has something for everyone. I'm here with Mike Driscoll, Salem guy. I'm from Peabody. You used to live up north.
Yeah.
You came down south. You come to Palm City Grill a lot?
Yeah, Palm City Grill, great restaurant. Florida is different from the Boston area. For me, this is as close as it gets, coming in here to like a Salem, Mass, or Boston area type of place.
The grill has some amazing appetizer specials.
Right here we have our fresh tuna nachos. They're made with basically yellowfin tuna that's caught locally. There we have our escargot, made with special butter we made with seasonings in it, nestled in a mushroom cap. It's topped with 3 kinds of cheese and baked in the oven. It's our number 1 or 2 selling appetizer. Over there we have our Bam Bam shrimp. Combination, it's not real spicy, but a little zip to it. People really love it. Right there we have our fried calamari. We use the small calamari because it's a lot tenderer than the bigger stuff. It's served with our chipotle mayo. Finally, we have our buffalo chicken tenders. We do use freshly cut chicken here, and we do buy only organic chicken. If you like buffalo chicken tenders, they're the best. We do happy hour every day. Our drink prices are reasonable. We free pour here.
Come in for happy hour and sip an ice-cold Shipyard brew and watch the big game on one of their large HD screens.
Right now, I'm drinking the Sea Dog Blueberry, which is excellent, by the way. I really like it. And then I'm also comboing it with the Shipyard Blood Orange. And the other one I like is the Monkey Fist, which I had over at the other restaurant. That one I really enjoy. And Mike.
All right, so Mike's first Shipyard Blueberry beer.
Blueberry.
Let's take a sip of that.
Isn't it good?
Oh, it is good.
See what the Treasure Coast has been raving about for decades at the Palm City Grill. Up next, we'll go inside the warm, sophisticated Prawn Broker Bar and Grill. And later, the Oyster King Matt Asen goes for oyster immortality. That's when Dirty Water TV, presented by Shipyard Brewing, returns. Welcome back to Dirty Water TV. I'm Julia Scaparati, and I'm here with Matt Asen, and we are at our last stop, our final stop on our Shipyard Brewing East Coast Florida tour.
That's right, and our last stop is also the first restaurant we opened here on the east coast of Florida. The Prawn Broker opened in 1985, which is 33 years ago, which in dog years is 241 years, and in restaurant years is like a million years.
A little bit older than me.
It's just a little bit. And we've made some changes over the years to the restaurant. It's a beautiful room, as you can see. We serve lunch and dinner. We have party rooms for private parties and special events. Appetizers, full bar, great wine list. And Wednesday is locals night, and the place is rocking.
Best bartenders, best drinks ever.
The Prawn Broker Grill's dining room has the look and feel of an old English pub with a warm and inviting atmosphere. What makes you come back every Wednesday?
Everybody, the people, the food.
We try to make it so that everybody that comes here is a member of our family.
This is their second home. They always refer to it as their Cheers, or the place that they love to go because everybody knows everybody.
Stop by and enjoy an ice-cold Shipyard brew. You have a delicious beer in your hand. What are you drinking?
It's a Sea Dog Blueberry. It's very good. Yeah, it has a little bit of a blueberry taste, but I like it. It's good.
Their dinner menu includes a large selection of salads, savory steaks, and the finest selection of fresh seafood.
Excellent service, and the food speaks for itself. It's really phenomenal.
What's one of your top dishes that you sell here?
Our horseradish crusted grouper is probably the #1 selling item on the menu. Our crunchy grouper Reuben is the next one.
We specialize in our grouper Reuben. That is the house favorite. Grilled on rye bread, sauerkraut, which is coleslaw, and Thousand Islands.
There are daily sunset dinner specials offered from 4 p.m. to 5:30 and a lively happy hour from 4 to 6. The Prawn Broker Grill has a saying, they serve it fresh or they don't serve it at all. Up next, Find out if the oyster legend continues. Stay tuned for history. That's when Dirty Water TV, presented by Shipyard Brewing, returns. Welcome back to Dirty Water TV. I'm Julia Scaparrotti. I'm here with Matt Asen, and unfortunately, our show is over. Thank you so much, Matt, for bringing me to all your restaurants. I've eaten pretty good this week.
Well, you're very welcome. We had a great time. I need to thank my partners, Kip and Jim Foster, Ed Schilling, all our managers at the stores, all the great employees we have, and of course the great customers who've told us what a great food we have. And we also want to thank Bruce and Fred Forsley, Shipyard Brewing, for their great beer.
So we have a saying here at Dirty Water TV. The weekend may be over, but the party never ends.
On Dirty Water TV.
All right, so what we've all been waiting for.
Oh, yeah.
Your record-breaking 700 different oyster.
And now, the 3 new oysters from my collection. This is a blonde Amazon, which is a giant East Beach blonde oyster from Rhode Island. And you see, I eat the oysters naked. I mean, I'm wearing clothes, but we don't put any sauce or lemon, anything on. We want to taste the oyster. So here is number 698. Wow. This is a Henderson Inlet from Washington State. This is a West Coast oyster. Looks a little bit different. Number 699. Here we have number 700, small but hopefully sweet, from Prince Edward Island, Canada, a sweetgrass Malpec, and ready to wash down the record breaker, a Shipyard beer. Here goes. Woo! Number 700, and they really, really work.
The Magic Oyster.